Uh, hello. Is this thing on?
You're a goofy, so
I'm listening. All right, all right. I mean, okay. That I know. I heard the audio. Well, hello, everybody that's tuning in. Just doing a little mic check. I'm here with my co-caster.
yeah. What's up?
Hello. And I'm Walrex. And tonight we're gonna be looking at a little high advanced match on Reckoner. There's actually a lot to talk about. Still sorting out the STV though.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I don't know. What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the map or the teams?
I'm just gonna talk about the map.
The map, cool. All right. What are your thoughts on Reckoner?
It's interesting that they put Reckoner in the map pool, all that stuff.
Is that ours?
But what's interesting is how the teams are gonna play, because I don't think the Reckoner has been on NA for like quite a while actually.
That certainly would seem to be the case. I don't know. I know they played it in I-61. I'll be honest, I don't even know what year that is.
It was like
at least
2 years.
Three. I want to say at least 3.
Also, I also got connect. By the way, I got info. XV.
Okay.
I'll give it to you in a second.
Yeah, no. So I mean, it should be interesting. I saw this is the second time both teams have played this map this week. I haven't been following it too closely, but they both won their matches, so they must have some idea of what they're doing. They're both really close. Yeah, I think they called the team Tall Dog, which I'm just gonna call it the phone team because that's way less confusing. Beat the Goblin Zone on this map, and I can't exactly remember who the Yetis beat, but I do remember it was close at 4-3. All right, they beat Dynasty, which is another highly ranked team right now. So, so I'm expecting a good match. Fingers crossed.
I'm joining the server right now. I don't think the match has started. I'm pretty sure everyone's just getting ready to,
And that leaves us time to talk about the rosters.
I think these two teams, I think that honestly, this might be just like the best two teams in advance, because they had the least class restrictions and they're probably the teams that are trying the most.
That's how the calculus works out. The sandbag team with the fewest restriction. Let's go.
It's simple. I mean, the stock team doesn't have any restrictions because they lost qualifiers, and because of that, they can just have like stock on demo, and he's just, a bit of a monster.
Yeah, I think we'll go down the list a bit, but yeah, the phone team played invite qualifiers, lost, so they get to play their mains, and yeah, they're pretty good on their main, as it would turn out. I would say especially the standouts are phone and stock. Keep an eye on them. But no, let's since we're talking about the phone team, let's go down the roster for the phone team. So we got the scouts, we got phone, and we got market. So I don't know too much about market. You might know more than I do on. A bit of an older player. Yeah.
I think market's an old TF2 pocket. That's about it. He plays a lot of pogs. He's like pretty decent at scout, but he also goes crazy on scout sometimes. So, but honestly, the two best scouts in the server should be either phone or scarves.
Phone or scarves, I agree.
Maybe more phone because he has more experience in the game. Oh, actually, maybe better experience. I think that's a better word of choice, because phone did play with Hambo that one season, and they got like 5th place in invite.
always a fun debate. The old player versus the newer player. I usually like to ease on the side of the newer players. They got that fresh experience. They got that new take. The older players, they gotta come off any rest they have. But I have played against Phone a couple times this season, and Phone was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. Not. Also, okay, this is gonna come up. Call the team Paul Dog does not have Paul Dog on the team. The biggest crime. Yeah, it was a troll.
Yeah, a big troll. A troll, honestly. But honestly, I think Scarf's an old player though. I think Scarf's play.
Yeah, that I mean,
No.
okay. If we're gonna be like that, yeah, the season 13 frag movie or whatever it is. So I guess we really do have two older players going head to head. But I don't know. I'd have to say, Scar's a past teammate of mine, great player, great teammate. But I'm just concerned because Phone's looking just kind of freaky right now. Phone's kind of sick with it. Honestly, is my take for strongest scout than diff right now. So also I think they're on different roles. I think Phone is on pocket scout, whereas Scars is on flank. So they might not be going head to head as much as we might expect.
That's true, but if you have a good combo scout, I think having a good combo scout is probably
more important.
More important than having a good flank scout. Retrospective.
I'd agree. Because?
Well, because the game, kind of focus about the combo and all that stuff. If your combo is bad, good luck winning any games.
That's the facts. You gotta keep your medic alive to get those Ubers, and Pocket Scout is the professional medic protector. But we can't. Okay, we'll talk about the soldiers now because this will also give us a good opportunity that for the team, call the team Paul Dog, which I'm calling the Phone team. Neither soldier is Paul Dog. As a matter of fact, not a single player in the roster is Paul Dog. No. It's the soldiers are Meatball, another old player come back to play, and Messiah. They're all from the same group. They're all about the same experience. I don't know too much about Messiah's history. I know Meatball used to be a scout main, and he's dabbled in Soldier and ESCA, but was never a super high level player like Phone was or Stock on Soldier. I don't know if you can maybe fill in that gap.
Meatball 1 AM on Soldier.
Okay. There's a that's true. So he does have that to his name, but he never played Invite, right? Which is what I'm most
Soldier? No, I don't think he never played Invite at all. But yeah, he. As far as I know, he only won AM that season with Reflecto, and I think who was it? Faust on. No, it was not Faust. It was with someone else, but I don't think he ever played Invite. He only has played like Advance or made like playoffs, or I guess I am.
Are you talking the whole time?
Yeah, I was talking the whole time.
Oh, I might have been the only person at the time.
Yeah, you timed out.
God bless. All right, nobody scratched that from the record.
The other soldier, who was the soldier? Messiah. I think Messiah is just, as far as I know, kind of old player who only plays soldier. He only made players in AM back in ECA. I don't know about RGL or his RGL stuff, but I don't think he has a big resume in RGL.
Right. I will say, ESCAM is not a bad thing on your resume. Most people consider that the RGL advanced equivalent. So
yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, there were only, well, I guess it depends what time you were on playing, but there were only 3 divisions in ECA.
That's fair. Okay, let's speed it up. Let's try and get a few more people in. So we'll just skim over the rest of the Phone team because there's Stock on demo, who is going to be a player to watch. Stock, another Invite experienced player playing his main. He's sick with it. Big numbers are going to come from him. And then on Medic, they have Caboose. But, okay, well, we didn't really get to go over the other teams. The match just started suddenly, so we'll just take it straight to mid for now. But okay, I mean, I guess we'll cover it as the demos roll out to mid. They're both opting to go left side to start. Oh no, but both scouts from the red team actually going right to me, and they pick up a soldier immediately. High bombs coming in onto the medic, and it looks like they're just red team's just trying to close this mid out early. Counter bombing comes from blue to get onto Eugenio, the red medic, but he doesn't secure it. And now with just 2 players left alive for blue, they're just going to straggle behind and look for some plays, but. Mid is firmly in control of the red team here, the Yetis. So they are going to have full ads. Do need to worry about Messiah sneaking around in the back lines, but it looks like he's going to be dealt with that mid here in a moment. No, wait! The scout comes in from the side and trades out a soldier, but they are going to go down. They don't stop mid. There's a lot of scrapping going on here. It looks like, yeah, Phone's going here to get a force, and he actually gets it, which is pretty crazy.
That's actually pretty good for us.
That was a pretty good for you.
I was gonna say, I think the reason why they lost the mid, the phone team, it's because they decided to go their side, but not do anything with it. You know, so they didn't bomb or they didn't walk forward, and they just gave all the space. And well, they did try to do something at the end, but it was too late for them. And now it's just a stalemate.
Well, it shouldn't be for long. Phone team should know they have about 40 yet to play with. You know, they got the force pretty late while their med was building. The thing is, they're positioned in a way that makes me think they have no intention of going anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a drag.
You can see Messiah just sitting in the lab, not doing anything, just watching flank. It's just gonna be a bit of a stalemate.
Alright, so red team's gonna find a way to sack him in here. I guess we'll go over real quick the players. The scouts are Strider and Scarves. We talked a bit about Scarves. The soldiers are Gungan and Jets. Also no strangers to invite. Demo Man is Shining Star, known for her scout, but pretty decent on demo from what I've seen. And their medic is Eugenio. So really 2 pretty stacked teams going head to head here. Glad we could get that out of the way. But I don't know, let's dissect this hold real quick. We see both soldiers. Oh no, here comes a soldier straight from cargo, just onto a scout. Honestly, a pretty half-hearted single sack here, and it looks like Meatball's trying to trade out just as fast as he can. He actually catches the demo. That's going to be a really big pick in breaking this stalemate.
They lost stock for that though. Scarves got stock for that trade-off, and they're trying to fight this in cargo, and it's just a scrappy fight over scrappy fight.
Yeah, it's going to boil down here where Eugenio did get forced on mid while the phone team did not, so they should be able to just move in for free. That's the big asterisk they do not want to use here. See, Scarves is coming in for the flank, following up her soldier, and she gets it. Alright, so they're really happy to get that force. Blue team is going to get mid, and small dishad going to second. Oh, but they're trying to roll to forward to second. This is a little risky.
This is kind of too greedy for them.
This is like, yeah, 4v4 right now. And okay, it looks like they're going to abort right now.
But once they get someone, and they still have like player out, so they might just go in. They might just also get a demo.
Oh my god. Okay, phone raw DM coming out here. There was like no advantage to actually play off there except for this phone being a bit of a monster, so.
Yeah, phone and Stark are just out DMing everyone, and it just shows.
But this is where it's getting risky. They're trying to roll this forward, but they are at dishad, and they could actually get caught here. They do use to catch them, and they, yeah, there you go. Yetis just use and wipe their team. So, phone team, I think they just lost track of Uber a little bit there. They got a little too aggressive, and you always love to see a team get punished for that over-aggression at Uber to sad. Just a nice crisp wipe coming in.
It's just rough. It's just, you know, sometimes she's just too greedy and decides to go for all of it. Sometimes it pays up, but not this time, unfortunately.
See phone sniping from forwards? It's a pretty good sniper angle on this map. He's gonna have to get dealt with. I was gonna say, like, okay, they are looking to dry this point. They know Eugenio was rolling out, so the players aren't bought.
Though. He's hiding on the corner and he sharded.
Okay, they definitely could have dried second, and they did. I did not expect the phone team to essentially wipe. Yeah. I think they had a few too many players going for a few too many plays. None of them panned out, and yeah, that really should be the rounds. The Uber does come out on last, but yeah, not much else is gonna happen there. Yeah, okay, so what I'm seeing right now is the phone team's being a little experimental with their aggression right now, and you love to see it from an enjoyment point of view, but you can see when aggression goes wrong, it goes wrong pretty hard. And teams are kind of going last to last on each other right now as we roll out to the next mid. Looks like they're going to opt for another left side rotation. I wonder... Okay, so Stog is already adapting to the rush left side and pre-sticking it, so that aggression is already stopped. We're going to see a bit more of a traditional meet this time. Oh, it's still meeting in the corner, though. Soldiers come in from red team, both die to the double bomb. They only traded with one soldier. But we see Scars in from the flank again on Stog. Actually kills Bone. That was crazy. Doesn't get Stog, but that was crazy that she got any kills at all. But that is going to be the mid. That was almost a crazy salvage from Scars.
Honestly, if Scars didn't fight there, I think they could have probably catch one more player. But Scars just gave them enough time to, to retreat and, hold second and found some spy.
Bone Spy should be interesting. The stalemate shouldn't really be going anywhere. I haven't watched a lot of Reckoner, but it really doesn't seem like the kind of map that, dry pushes are going to start coming out too easily here. So Spy should have plenty of time to get into a good position if he doesn't get spotted. But yeah, really just thinking about that mid there for a second. Yeah, I really like to see Stock adapt by stuffing the aggression left side, and then it seems like Yetis were really just... Oh, he did get spotted. Alright, well that's gonna slow things down.
Yeah, he won't Shining Star by accident. Quite unfortunate, but Gungan's gonna go toxic and he's gonna go fast. For a sec, per se.
Looking to 1v1 meatball on the flank. Loses it. Oh, and they actually lost Jets and Cargo as well. I don't like this. Oh wait, okay, no, their heals do push in. I didn't like the single sack through Cargo, but they're actually committing their team for the force. They get it, but they didn't milk as much as they maybe could have. And so this exchange is not as good as it could have been, but they picked up a Shining Star during it, which is a pretty big deal. Oh!
Stock's just getting everyone. It's just home.
That was so close. Caboose was really overextended there post-Uber, but Stock just kind of playing from lobby managed to clean people up. But here kind of comes the phone team just feeding forward with aggression.
Once again, they're getting too greedy in these fights. They just overwhelm their say, and they just lose Stock and phone on that side. But red team is just gonna get all the advantages, push, and just get second for free, and they're still trying to get for a play, but...
Yeah, Meatball was hiding by the forward spawns, but he got spotted out, and him bleeding there is going to make it pretty easy for the Yetis to dry push mid here if they choose, and they are going to go through lower. Traps have been cleared, so now it's all about taking height, and it looks like Phone Team is more than ready to back up. Soldiers are bombing in for a chance at a retake, but this is really risky. Anybody could go down here on the side of blue team here.
Telephone, unfortunately, goes down instantly.
Yeah, here comes the bleeders. Here comes the bleeders. There's three. And, I don't know. Phone Team is a... Yeah, that was a really aggressive hold forward. They were actually at small disad because of some healing inefficiency at second, and it's starting to show. What should have only been a mid-take and even Ubers on second is actually going to become a second take, even Ubers on last. And I do like I like the aggression from the Yetis to try and get a sack in before the spawners came up, but Jets ends up just bleeding on the flank there, so things will probably just slow down again. Even though, I don't know, the phone team does not seem to want the game to slow down.
I mean, we're still like pretty early at this match. They don't really have to commit to anything. They can slow the game as long as they want, make the right choices, slow down,
I mean,
think about your plays.
You say that, but like the phone team seems ready and willing to just three-man at any given moment. I wouldn't be so comfortable.
That is true. It's just see how to make the better choice. I don't know. The aggression is...
Oh no! I see Jets come up on Sniper. I was gonna say this could have been extremely threatening, but losing a Shining Star just as the plays start to initiate is basically going to hamper their ability to actually, hold this. And it looks like that now that they see the Sniper is out, they're going for the exchange, knowing that Sniper is completely useless in an Uber exchange. The big issue here, though, is they're still actually down numbers for the post-fight. So even though Yetis have a Sniper, it's really not that big of a deal. Holy shit, Caboose. Punishing an over-aggressive Scars, but I do expect the Yetis trying to push into lobby here. They had good damage. They do see Sokka's forward, but no, they're not going to be able to lock anything down. They're going to just slow it down a bit, Still, Ubers are even, neither team has. And they want to work their Sniper a bit, so...
I mean, Jet's still on Sniper, so... He's still just picking lobby, and he might get a frag here. It might just be an easy frag, you know.
Yeah, an easy frag. For the uninitiated, Jets is what some might say is a pretty good sniper. So, I don't expect us to be here for too long, one way or the other. Even though I don't know what the Reckoner angles are. I don't know if Jets knows what the Reckoner angles are, if there are good angles. I hear a headshot ring out though, so clearly he's got something. I will say he is not being supported, and he gets counter-sniped immediately. Alright, this is a little interesting because a phone team, they get a soldier through lower, but he gets denied immediately.
It's just trade after trade, psych after psych. Hopefully Jets is non-sniper again, and they're gonna get a clean psych from lobby, you know? Scarp's already going in, Scarp's fighting alone and dies left side, fortunately. Market on sniper, trying to get us for something.
Okay, so they actually have the force on second, and we're finally gonna see some real action here. The back cap coming out from Jets. Wait, no way. Okay, that was way too close. That is actually enough cap time to play off of. Yeah, they are gonna feed forward, and they're actually gonna pick up Caboose with the drop. Oh, that's pretty brutal. That cap time really came back and bit them in the ass there because it threw Caboose all out of position. It distracted them and caused them to drop. What should have been a pretty comfortable push out for the phone team is now Uber just at holding last. Yeah, chances are nothing is really gonna happen until red team actually gets the Uber back. So we have a few seconds here. But yeah, you hate to see it. And with no gun on the side of the blue team, this push can be pretty... Okay, the gun is going up left side, but if they don't get it to level 2 in time, it's not going to be that effective.
There's a pause, I think. Yeah, there's a pause. Unfortunately, both teams paused. So Walrex. I think we have some mic issues right now. Some audio issues.
I've solved it on my end.
Did you?
I did.
Okay. Well,
so I'm gonna leave it like that. Maybe you can as well.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see what's happening. But so far, this match is just being too chaotic for me to follow sometimes.
Yeah, it's you can really kind of. I don't want to, get too deep into the reads, but it really seems to me that red team, the Yetis, are playing maybe a little bit more of an orthodox, organized style of TF2. Blue team, phone stock. Not to say they're disorganized, but they are extremely aggressive. And I can sort of tell that there is a very strong main caller saying some pretty strong main calls to get them to take a lot of fights that are not bad fights, but they're high risk. And I don't know, at high level TF2, you usually don't see that many high risk plays. I like to see it. It's a little hard to cast because it really comes down to DM when it happens, but yeah, no, it's kind of like a slow versus fast. Who wins out?
With that, the pause is over and we're back on track.
And we see the Uber pause glitch has been patched out, so any attempt at that has been thwarted.
Meatball, unfortunately,
that gun stays up forever, and a good serve from Caboose to stay alive, but no, the picks are finally coming out from the Yetis. They really just need to clean up. Stock and phone are still up, but no, it's just stock now, and that's gonna round it out. So yeah, so basically what you would expect. Full Uber for last. They did the gun up right side, and it did take a while to go down, but they didn't quite get a good post-Uber collapse. Started to bleed. That was the round.
Honestly though, that last one looked pretty good at the beginning. Like, trade both solution of Meatball and Gun both went down, and the gun died sort of late, but they just didn't have the position, I guess.
Alright, same mid from the red team. Blue team finally decided to mix it up to rotate right side, and we are getting a full rotation. With the bombs coming in from Meatball, not a commit, neither team committing yet. Oh, finally comes a double bomb from phone team. They do pick up some players on the right, but Gungan just dives right through the middle onto Caboose. Can't seem to find him though. But, oh no, he's got
Shining Star almost got Caboose.
Wow. Okay, that was so close from Caboose to stay alive there. Jets is still, no, Jets just spawned up. So they're going to sort some stuff out. Phone's getting some forward spotting. This is hilarious. No, he spots Jets. Jets almost snuck by at the last second. Phone does whiff the free frag, so they're just going to chill, but yeah, ad for the Phone team pushing it to last. Really so close to Caboose dying on that mid there. Good movement from him to stay alive and good protection from his teammates.
Now they have full ad and now they have all the choice in the world to go whatever they want, but they should probably spot the gun first and see if they can spam it first before using. Oh, they just use
They just go
lobby.
straight through main. Stock is not ending in a position to stuff the gun, but the gun is only a level 1, so not a big deal. It goes down. They pick up Jets on the push, and they're ending their post right side, which is maybe not the strongest position, but it is a position. A big bomb from Meatball to put damage on the heavy is getting cleaned up. Oh, but Stock in the post. Okay, that was really close. They got good damage onto the heavy to clean him off the point. They stack point for cap time to drag the entire red team 2 points to defend, and then that left Stock with a nice, easy situation. Just put a couple stickies on the point to clean him up, so...
I don't know if you realize this or not, but Shining Star was on Scottish resistance during that hole.
See that.
And I thought that was kind of funny, but it was kind of interesting.
Interesting tech. Not at mid,
New
though.
take, I guess. New take.
And both teams rotating right side this time. Should have this even rotation. We see Meatball's kind of late to rotate with his team. Doesn't actually really do anything with it. And the Phone team is going damage negative early in the fight. We're starting to see a collapse coming in from
they
the
get
red team.
Caboose instantly.
That's actually really good because, like I said, the Phone team was health negative. They just played slow. They would win, but no. Strider gets caught out forward, and I do think here comes Messiah with the flank. He did get spotted, but he's doing a really great job. Oh, and he does manage to juggle. Shining Star while his team comes in to clean up the frags. All right, so Phone team wins the mid. I'm honestly pretty surprised because their medic went down really early. They were damage negative really early. It's just that the red team just couldn't really find their ground and solidify after killing the medic, and they just started bleeding players. And then a wrap from Messiah was basically the end of things there.
I think the red team just got stuck on, blue team's choke or cargo, and they just got overwhelmed. They just couldn't focus on one person. Messiah was flanking and Telephone was pushing. It was just, I think it's a perfect storm or something like that for them to just lose everyone.
And
now,
so
the blue team has full Uber.
The full, well, not full, but big enough to push. It's not. I wouldn't try to dry it. When you're in these situations, you don't really want to dry. They are going to try to, but the issue with drying these points when it's small ad like this is you can get stopped. Here comes actually a really clean force attempt from Gungan, and he actually gets it. So this is actually going to be great. If the Phone team mishandles this this small ad, they could just start bleeding, which they've been known to do. Oh.
They still force them.
Well, Eugenio gets caught forward, left side, they get the force. Dog went down forward, though, so it's really not that big of a deal. They are going to be able to retake second there. And, Jets decides to chase down an aggressive market, and he gets the frag. Scout pick isn't the best pick for breaking a stalemate, but we'll see. It does look like Yetis are trying to play off of it. No, but Stock is ready to trap lower right away. That's going to stuff that dry push. And they aren't really confident with the timing now, so they're going to settle down. They did 4 seconds, so they should know they have small ad. They are positioned to leave. Hopefully they don't give it up, though, because once again, this is small ad. If they can just get it and use Uber back in to retake the point, they have a lot to play with. It's only 15% ad. Yeah, trying to push here from the Phone team is really risky. They aren't getting forced.
They almost got gun on the force or the push them in. But now it seems their trade's popping off, and it's just Scrappify over Scrappify. Although the Phone team looks like a blank won their fights, and this might be good for them. But all of them have like bad HP, but they're still winning the team fight.
Phone is basically just like, fuck the numbers advantage. I'll go in by myself. And he will.
He's just out DMing everyone.
Yeah, he kind of just like took a 64 and made it a 1v4 and then won. I will say I didn't like the way the red team was holding second there. They're letting them in for free through Toxic. It's not hard to stop Toxic, and when you let them in for free like that, you're really losing your opportunity to take a good exchange on the point. So I mean, if that happens again, hopefully they can resolve that issue. But we do see both teams rotating left again. No, phone team is opting to go right to meet. It's going to be a really awkward sort of meetup as both teams they're just trying to force the mirror. Good spam damage going on to Scars though, to having to leave them mid early. And it looks like phone team is actually opting to back up to try and isolate that pick on Scarves. A good double bomb going forward onto Eugenio to try and get that pick, but a Surf is going to deny it. And in the meantime, the unchecked Scarves comes in from the flank and just kind of runs over the phone's combo. Oh! Market clutch.
Market clutch.
10 health, runs in, kills the medic, dies. That's all.
Nice job. Honestly though.
Yeah, honestly
though. I just don't like how the phone team is playing mids, because usually on this map, Reckoner, at the moment you can like roll out differently to help your team, but Stock is just doing the same rollout and his team is going right side, which is not the way you should do it. You should be rolling out lower as at the moment, because it's faster, but you know, whatever, if they think it's better or whatever, or they don't know the map very well, then it cannot be helped. You know, this map's kind of new.
Yeah, we do see Jets is on the spy, and he is already in position well behind. It looks like he's just calling for like, hey guys, can you just pressure them back a little bit? If you can just get their medic to back up, I'm in prime. But to his dismay, Caboose is going so far forward. This is actually the one thing you hate to see on spy, but it...
Well,
you got the forward. We take those.
And Eugenio dies. Eugenio drops Uber?
What a crucial drop. That made a really bad force into a really good Uber push. And Jets is still alive on the spy, but they know he's on spy. It's really not that meaningful. Yeah, he's just going to get caught under the point.
He's just dying on point now.
It looks like they might have been trying to coordinate like a 3-man like salvage, but the timing's not there. It's a bit of a feed, and with these spawn timings, phone team is actually looking like, yeah, they can go forward to second. They're actually catching Shining Star too far forward in cargo. They really are just all feeding for Caboose now, but they can't find it, and that's going to be taking second easy. And now all of that bleeding, honestly, this could turn into a last push just right now, even though I imagine they're just going to wait for the Uber ad to come into play here.
Red team does not have demos though.
And yeah, but they're so far forward so fast. They don't need Uber to take space, and that's going to let them spot the gun and take it down early. Hopefully. Oh no, they just delete the gun. They're straight to point before getting Uber. They're so deep. Yeah, that has to be around. This is such a good push.
This is just... But they're almost winning the scrappy fight. Oh, never mind. They're all going 1-on-1.
That's the hat. There's a lot to break down here. I will say, don't you just hate how whenever you come up on spy, that seems to be the one moment in time the enemy team decides to just hold W to no end. Before went out for Jets there, but he got
that's such an unfortunate case for Jets, because Caboose was right there. Caboose had no idea what's happening. He gets hit once and he pops it over instantly.
Yeah, it was so much to talk about. Okay, so to give my general read of things, just going into 3-2 for the phone team, super scrappy match. The mids, the one thing I'm really noticing from the mids is that the Yetis came in with a clear game plan, which was to pressure right side onto the demo. And that worked really well the first mid. But Dogg adapted immediately. That mid doesn't actually seem to work anymore. And right now, it seems to me that the phone team kind of just decides what they want to do at mid. And the Yetis are trying to force a rotation. They do not want to meet them anymore. I think they fear stock.
Also, both teams are running up instantly. They're just... We didn't have a chance to look at the stats well. They just want to get over this map. They're like, alright, this map kinda... it's kinda alright. Get over this. See what happens.
Yeah, I do think, though, phone team is sort of in control of the tempo right now. Red team is playing reactionary, and we'll see how it pans out. Once again, yeah, right away, stock sticking up the left side. They're just meeting them in the low ground this time. This is actually such a great double bomb. Jets does manage to get, away and do a high bomb onto stock to clean up, and enough damage onto Caboose for Strider to clean up here. So it's going to come down to a little scrap at the end. Strider wins the Scout 1v1, 53 health against Meatball, who's just 100. Not enough health to feel really confident in this fight.
Oh, Meatball.
Yeah, he's not taking
gone.
that. But he is smart. His team spawns are a little better. If he just stays alive for the team fight, he can't feel confident. He is baiting the Scout forward into his team, but goes a little damage negative. Here comes the refight. Shining Star enters the mid, pretty hurt already, and Stock is just putting down the stickies in the choke point. But yeah, red team can't get out of the choke. They're forced to leave. Meatball does sort of bleed forward, but they already had the Strider pick, so not much is going to come of it. Things are going to reset. We do see Gungan being a little aggressive with the spam and toxic, but yeah, nothing should really be happening right now.
Yeah, should just be submitting now. They're just taking their ground. You know, gotta get a Uber, gotta do this, gotta get everything from the checklist. Hopefully, Stock Team realizes that, you know, they can just take whatever they want, they get whatever advantage they want, and, you know, try to make something out of it. Although, they don't have to do anything because they're winning, but, you know, it'll be funny to see.
And so yeah, we'll see how this hold goes. Like I said, I don't really like the way I don't really love the way the Yetis hold second here. I don't like that Gungan sits on the ground bottom left. I do think that makes them weak toxic. It's a stalemate though, so maybe you won't see too much dry pushing coming in, but like I said, that's a weakness that's been exploited a couple times already. We just see Messiah getting tanked through cargo. That's always a way to take it. Doesn't get too far. Honestly, that looks like the kind of sack to me that just reeks of I plan to come up on an off class, but we'll see how it pans out. Getting lower to counter sack, but he takes a long time to find Caboose, only gets the one rocket off. And yeah, we'll see if an off class shows up here because actually no off class. You know, this is so aggressive. I love it. Phone team is actually bringing their heals toxic to pressure while the Yetis are down one player. They didn't commit as much as I'd like. If they had been tanking Meatball there and he got a sack in while this pressure was coming out, that'd have been bonkers. But I really like the team pressure while the Yetis are down a player. Oh, Meatball gets through lower. Does some damage, pads his stats, no picks, and we're gonna see a counter sack. Straight from Gungan with the fake. Looks like he's trying to distract for deaths. No, he's right back in, and he trades out. He's actually really happy with that because he had awful health on that sack. Now we should see Jets with a nice 240 buff if he can get through. Somebody get through. No, wait, no. Oh, I just saw Strider went down too in that sack. Now they're gonna chill.
I mean, it's just sack after sack. It's just all chaotic. They don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is where, if you don't really know how to play the map that well, this is where it shows. Because usually when you really get familiar with a map, that's when you start extending your combo pretty deep into these sacks to get good pressure up. But when you're not comfortable on a map, you never really actually want to take that risk. Because you just don't know, are you too far forward? Are you going to get caught? They do seem to enjoy this Messiah play where they just tank him with 300 and try to DM somebody. Hasn't worked yet though. Meanwhile, they catch people on the flank. 2 picks.
If Gungan leaves, this is good. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, the flank lives for the Yetis, so now they really just need to tank their combo, and they're actually going to commit to the dry push here. Gungan jumps in to make a distraction. It's actually a really good distraction. He does die for it, but he gets some damage onto stock. He takes some space, and the force comes out from phone. They're just not getting the force. Yeah, the Yetis have no interest in actually taking that exchange, even though re-fighting lower, maybe not the best way to re-enter.
But they get the frags, which is fine, although...
They let a scout get behind, and yeah, that back cap threat is real. That is very real. Shining Star doesn't have enough health to jump back to the point to stop it. They actually get it. Market isn't going to be able to get any deeper than that, but yeah, you can see that's going to basically buy the foe team enough time to reset up their hold on mid. So that entire well-played series of pushes and re-pushes from the Yetis, pretty much completely undone by that one back cap. Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. It happens more. It's just sometimes you have a couple of good plays, but one mistake can just let you back to the same place, And it happens. That's just how TFT works.
Yeah, sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I really do think most of the time it comes down to one play. Phone team trying to play off of zero ad. Yeah,
They are
well, they're
winning.
out. Oh, wait. Jets is through the flank, though. With Scars? No, but they don't commit. They actually go really health negative here. They're actually really vulnerable. And they bleed. Oh, my God.
The
The
whole flank
fucking
just
Yeti's flank bleeds. Yeah, and with no Uber to use on to second, this is a big deal. Eugenio get caught. This is probably the round. Oh, my God.
This is all just Stocks War, though.
Oh,
if you
okay.
don't see
Shining
that.
Star?
And Shining Star, never mind. Shining Star saved.
Shining Star?
How to Stock.
What?
There's
Okay.
somehow leave.
I mean, so, wait, they're actually pushing. This is so smart because they know they have Uber, and if they let them, okay, oh, Messiah,
right.
this is not the time for the heavy.
This is a bit of two psychopaths just trying to trying to prove
I
he's the
like the
biggest
heavy.
psychopath.
He's setting up the heavy for the last push. You know, heavy in the last push is good, but they messed up their aggression in lobby, and so second got retaken in. And heavy pushing second, not quite as good as heavy pushing last.
He's on lower as well. He has pretty background. He's waiting for his team to do the Uber to change. They're just taking second for free actually. And they're going lower the dungeon right now. They might be able to
The
catch
shotgun is out. The shotgun heavy is out. And yeah, once again, I think the Yetis are just not really confident in their second hold, so they are just gonna give it up despite evening out the Ubers.
Okay, this is...
Oh, but this is basically a whole team sack for the Force? No, wait, no, Caboose used. So it's just a whole team sack.
So they tried to sack, or they tried to, you know, force, do a nicer change or whatever, but everyone just died too fast before Caboose could flash them, and it just turned out to like a 6-man sack for nothing. They lost his point as well.
So once again, just a little scuffed aggression from the phone team. Doesn't get them punished too hard. It does look like they have a bit of a hold set up on mid. Jets tries to jump in left side to make space, but he gets air shot. What? But Messiah feeds to him without getting the pick. That's actually such a mistake that they could very easily lose the point off of that. Meatball is trying to go left side to flank, but he's spotted and alone. They're actually going to lose the point. That's kind of unbelievable. We do see phone is on sniper, which is a menace in itself, but no, I mean the stalemate should solidify here, and what I'm really curious about is, it looks like the Yetis are aware they have ad. I think they're just going to use through lower here. Yep, they're forced actually, and they do catch stock, which is a really huge pick, and they don't catch both soldiers, but they catch one. Picking up stock though basically says, let's try last. What I want to see here is pressure on the medic. They don't need to commit for the round here.
They got Uber.
But that's a lot of cap time.
Get Uber.
This should be it. That's way too much cap time. Yeah, you just need to heal up Shining Star, sticky off the point, and it's not too much more complicated than that. I didn't even know the last one Reckoner capped that fast. That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it's just honestly though, a lot has happened in like 2 or 3 minutes. It's hard to digest how both teams are just playing super aggressive, and it works sometimes, and sometimes it loses you around. But let's see how they do in this main.
Oh, we have an honest left side rotation. I think this is the first honest left side rotation we've seen so far. Should be slow, but the soldiers on both teams really like to just bomb in, and here they go. Jets and Gungan. Gungan actually picking up the medic really early. Whoa!
And it's a wipe.
And you see, like, the red soldiers get most of the kills that mid, but, like, it was a them thing, but also, like, it was a mix of DM and distraction. They made so much space with their bombs that their team just took. I honestly am just... Man, yeah, I don't know, it's honestly a little uncharacteristic. Usually the phone team is the more aggressive team, but they seem to just kind of got knocked off their feet with that early double bomb, and they just got rushed.
Now, Shining Star's team just have full overhead to just play whatever they want. They know there's a gun, so they might just focus the gun instantly, but they should know there's a gun. They're just bombing the gun, and they're all right side. This position is...
Ooh, that gun takes a while to go down. They get no picks. Their Uber is going to end right side. They do get a soldier, but they trade it for the scout. This is very holdable for the phone team. They're trying to focus down Gungan in the corner. He tries to jump away. Meanwhile, Jets dies on the left side.
And Gungan is gonna go for a miracle play for
the
the
point.
medic. He gets it.
Everybody on the phone team baits into spawn at the wrong time off the Gungan bomb. Alright, huge space from Gungan is gonna win them the last push. They just saw him flying into them, they all walk backwards, and that is just too much passivity, too much respect given the cap pressure there. Wow, alright, 4-3. This could potentially be game point for the Yetis here. As we go back to mid, I wonder if we're going to see a repeat of the same mid, just an early left rotation and a double bomb. You see Scar's getting aggressive on the right by herself. No, Phone team is getting aggressive this mid. They are taking the initiative by rotating into Shining Star. The double bombs are out. And yeah, they're just going in. Scars gets behind again, but doesn't connect onto Caboose. Gungan bombs onto Caboose, but gets juggled up in the air. And I think we just got a pause.
Yeah, it's a pause. I think Virginia timeout again because he timeout last time. But looking at this mid, you can clearly see, I think, the red team might just win this because Shining Star is in prime position to just do 500 damage to like 4 players.
Interesting. But the thing is Gungan's about to go down, so it's going to be a 3v5. So it really all comes down to if Shining Star is about to nuke their entire team by herself.
If Shining Star kills Dogg, and I think that's Messiah instantly, I think there's a chance of them just winning. Because where's the Eugenia? Eugenia's right there. Unless Eugenia timeout, then they might just lose the mid.
Yeah, if Eugenio's gone, then that's the mid. I will say, even if Eugenio's not gone, their plan should probably be to have their scouts try to run Eugenio out and walk backwards. I wouldn't be committing to this fight at all. Of course, you have like the foresight of the fact that the game's paused to make that decision, I suppose. But yeah, no, I mean, just this mid in general is the phone team got aggressive first, and I do think it's been pretty scrappy, a lot of these mids. But if there is a general trend, it does seem like the team that gets aggressive first wins, or the team that really commits to their frags wins the mid fight. And I do feel like that's because defensively these teams are just not as competent on this map. Okay, this is interesting. Eugenio does manage to surf out too low, and they are on their side of it, so they are going to get out. And Meatball died for it, but honestly not a big deal. They're actually re-peaking this to stop mid. Very interesting, because it's small numbers to set for them. They are going to chill out, it looks like, though. Yeah, that was a little aggressive. Oh no, they just rotate cargo, but Stock is on that. He's ready to stuff them. He's not going to let them in for free. And now that phone team has the point, honestly, an exchange here is not looking so bad.
This is just a second mid fight, and they already lost Jets, so it's looking pretty grim already. And I think Scar's going down as well, so they're already lost flank. They're pushing Toxic, and they should be sort of gonna clean Toxic.
Yeah, look at that. Messiah gets an early force onto Eugenio. He does die for it, but yeah, they're just gonna leave. Phone's not gonna feed here, and that's gonna be pretty much, full ad for the phone team pushing into last. I do wonder if they're going to wait for Messiah. I kind of think they're not. It's not really in their game plan to wait. And the upside of they're getting through main for free. I love how much space they take for free on this map. Oh, and flashing phone at the last second to keep him alive. Stock and phone both going down to like 10 health here post-Uber. They actually lost Stock, but the Uber was just good enough to pull out at the end. A little sketchy in the end there, but it's hard to lose those last pushes when you get all the way to point without using it. It's usually just too good at that point.
I mean, honestly, that push once again a bit greedy. Just going with phone and Stock is like 20 HP coming to the Uber as well. So ending the Ubers with like pretty bad HP, but nevertheless they win the fight.
A right side rotation this mid. Gonna see which soldier pair bombs first. It looks like Yeti soldiers are opting to spam this mid while the double bombs come in from Meatball and Messiah, but they go really health negative, but they do get the medic in the demo. That's all you really want to see from your double bomb. Now they just want to reset. They are in the corner, not the best position to reset in. Caboose pulling out his best serves he can. And he actually lived. That was so close. Strider was right on top of him with 30 health, but that's you do not want to be in this position.
This is one of the worst positions you could ever be in any map or any match. Your team full wipes and you didn't get the med.
Yeah, and then they're doing the right thing. Well, the best thing you can do when you get that full wipe is you go to last early. Don't let them get that gun up. Without that gun up, this push is going to be that much harder to stuff. And Phone Team has been enjoying these demo bombs through main, which are already hard enough to stuff as is. We do see, though, that Strider is on the sniper for like a last-second clutch. If he can just get the one crucial body shot that they use through the door. Good stuff from Shining Star to stuff the demo bomb, but yeah, the gun is not up. They have pressure left side. They are focusing down the heavy. Here comes the frags. Here comes the scrap. Blue team has ended left side dominantly. Disrupt the Shining Star to basically wipe the team, and she kind of does. Shining Star once again in the last moments. This reminds me just like that other round where they're poised to push last, and Shining Star just hits like 3 pipes and kills 3 people.
This is just an unfortunate case.
Shining Star's world.
It's just Shining Star's world, and we all just live on it.
In this advanced match filled with invite players playing their mains, the one player not playing their main is dominating. Who would have predicted this?
I think Gungan is just also an MVP of the match, but sorry, Gungan, there's a spot. Unfortunately, people just dies, and they feed 2 for the force.
Yeah. And this has also been a theme of the match. The team that gets really aggressive, aggression has been punished more than it has been successful in this match. And bleeding 2 players there, if the theme keeps up, this could be it for the Phone Team.
Have 70%. They only have to hold it for a little bit, and they're gonna get over just.
But they're not waiting to cap second. They know it's small. They're going in right now. Are they gonna be able to catch Caboose out of spawn? No, they're not gonna feed for the force. But they also don't get forced either. It's an even exchange on last. The health is worse for the side of the red team though, and they are actually opting to leave early. This is a bit more the Yeti style. They have an advantage. They don't want to lose it. But being down 2, can't really imagine them holding second here. I will say, Phone Team trying to push through Shutter here, though, maybe not be the best way to go about this. Yeah, no, they're just getting... The Phone Team, they really try to force their way through Shutter, but with a Soldier and a Demo on it, there was no space, and they lost their 2-man advantage. So yeah, now it's just gonna stalemate out, and like you said, there's Jets on the Spy, and Messiah on the Spy. Spy versus Spy.
He's just checking off classes right now, which is a smart thing to do. After,
Okay. Okay. Well, so that means they should know. They should know that Jets is on Spy. And it looks like the call was made. We see people kind of spinning around a little bit. Moose in a relatively safe position. Looking backwards. You know you're looking for the Spy when you're looking at your own spawn. And not forwards. But, Messiah has gotten off the sniper and just onto Pyro. Let's not beat around the bush. Oh, this is coordinated with Gungan, though, who gets absolutely sauced on his way in. That is a double sack. You gotta, appreciate that. You're 4-4 pushing last, and you're still going for double sacks, because double sacks do give the Phone Team the space they need to come out here and take this exchange. And it's an even exchange, once again, with a little flashing from the red team, with Scars going behind. She does trade, though, and that's actually a really good trade. If Scars died there, I think the Phone Team just repushes second tier and secures it, but that trade drags Phone Teams back to last, and Ubers are now out of the equation. I kind of doubt anything's going to amount to that. In these last stalemates, you actually, a lot of times, you prefer that the medic has Uber, because that way if you go for forces, you don't actually have to get the kill. They might just fear pop. But I will say, Messiah is checking classes again, but the fact that they are not putting up the gun, it's even Ubers, but you kind of always want the gun. So, I don't know.
It's just for insurance,
You kind of always want the gun. So, I think it just reflects on the Phone's team's sort of aggressive playstyle that gun? No. Sniper? Yes.
I think the Phone team is just feeling a bit more confident now. They have...
And that's the SBS one.
Yeah, they have a sniper as well. And also they have 11 minutes to do whatever they want. So if they want to play slow, decide to golden cap perhaps, they could do whatever they want.
This is a pretty good sniper angle, top right, if Messiah can get here. Meatball goes for the bomb, gets some
Scarf is back happy.
No.
I almost
I didn't even spot that.
I think Scarf went through rollout. There's like a...
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, well, so they're taking the exchange, playing off cap time here. Phone is... Oh, okay. Interesting choice from Eugenio there. Doesn't get forced early, but he does drop Shining Star and then use a bit of a misplay from Eugenio. That's kind of the worst case scenario in getting forced is you either want to use and save your player or not use it all. Kind of met in the middle there. You hate to see it.
They're just trying to flank it. Caboose is a psychopath.
Whoa! Okay,
it doesn't matter because
we've gone full monkey mode. We've gone full scrap. Here comes Shining Star going through rollout, trying to be sneaky, but no, they're not going to get back half twice.
And Jet's on Spy.
But no,
for the third
that's
time,
not going to amount. That's not going to amount to anything. He's on rollout. He's not going to make it to last. I guess he's going to go for the medic, but that got a little too crazy. A little too crazy there.
These whole teams are just trying to be the most psychopathic as they can be.
I will say this is maybe the most off-timing Spy I've ever seen, so if he doesn't get spotted or heard by Stock, and he doesn't, he's going to get the Stock pick, and that's a good one. His team doesn't have any space on mid, though, but, they pick up Messiah as well. That's should be, good for the hold. They lose Jets on Spy, but honestly not a big deal, because Gungan gets the flank, and he gets another soldier, a ton of damage on the medic. Yeah, they're just pushing forward off of this damage, off of this space.
And Phone has to make a miracle. He has to get Eugenio for his team to survive.
He doesn't know just how hurt Shining Star is.
Phone is trying to see his best, but he doesn't get Eugenio.
If only he knew. If only he knew Shining Star was hurt.
It's fully sad for them. Blue team needs a miracle to save.
Yeah, no gun. Gotta get buffed. Down a player. Full disad. Yeah, no, I mean, this is looking like this might be it. The heavy is out early. I expect they might just do a demo bomb through main. Nothing complicated. Here it goes, right onto the face of the heavy. Gets shot back early. Shining Star is kind of getting juggled. They don't actually get any picks, but they six-man stack point. Okay, now the entire Phone team is on the point. They're not trying to lose the cap. Gungan is in the corner, but they get it.
And somehow, some way, they managed to do it. The Phone team managed to hold the point.
And Eugenio, once again, in just that awkward middle ground, too passive to commit to the point, but not passive enough to live, and that's going to be a late spawn. He's going to miss forwards at mid. And yeah, with this pressure from the red team is like completely unsupported. Phone just absolutely destroying Scarves in the low ground. Shining Star trading with a soldier and cargo is not worth it. They're going to lose mid. Once again, the aggression is just, it's too much, you know? It's so rarely does it seem to work. Jets going for the flank, the salvage play. He's not seen. Caboose is owned.
Oh, Caboose survived with 40 HP. What a miracle play.
And now can you hear Jets making the threat? Take Reckoner out of the rotation. What was that geometry? What was that geometry? Middle finger emote.
It's unfortunate. It's super unfortunate.
And a last to last. Just like that.
And Fawn does not care. He does not care of anything. He wants to push this. They know it's full ad. Fuck it.
Shining Star gave the red team a miracle last time. Can she do it again? Because they might not need a miracle. The Phone team is actually, the first time, slow to push. They don't catch the medic. They drop their demo in the push. Yetis have Uber, and they do use it.
Alright. This is pretty bad, but at least they use.
Okay, this is like the first time the Phone team has actually gotten their medic out of a push. Maybe that's a sign that they're taking this a little bit seriously. Who knows?
Perhaps, but I hope they don't go back to blue last just with this push.
They are down 2 players. They are at mid. If they can get a pick, they can hold this. But if they don't get a pick and overextend, this can go really badly.
Caboose dies. It's Phone dies.
Stog is so hurt. Oh my god, he walked over his ticky, but Shining Star did that. Well, I mean, they lost their medic. That basically means they're going to lose second. There's pretty much no question. It's a last with full disad. I feel like this is the 4th one I've seen this round.
Yeah, this is
kind of crazy. Usually when you last somebody with full disad, you expect to lose, let alone last them, and then mess it up and then get last again, and then mess it up and then last again. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens this
is
time.
Gonna be
Okay, so Stock with the cheeky forward trap, super cheeky forward trap to get a pick early. Yeah, I wonder, I think the Yetis are so concerned about messing up this push that they're gonna wait for Strider to come back up. And in doing that, they might actually lose their ad. Phone team is not building as hard as they could. They're only at 75. This could definitely be at 90, but No, I don't think, yeah, the Edgies are even going to try to push. They say, nah. They lost their scout to a trap, and they call off the push, and then Caboose barely holding there. But he does hold. They lose both soldiers, and Scars gets picked up in the flank. So this honestly should just be a second take. They just need to clear the traps top right. No, they just bust through lower.
They just bust into.
They're looking to catch the medic. They turn it into a trade. This is honestly a better trade for the red team, except they lose Gungan on rollout.
They might lose Strider as well.
Phone is kind of just spawn camping the red players on rollout right now. Holy what?
But either way, they still lost the fight.
Okay, Scars finally comes in, kills Phone, and that's it. There's a level 2, but I mean, Shining Star is up, they're up, nobody, the gun gets jets. The Frontier Justice could have maybe made a frag movie, but that's GG. Oh, what?
Dude, that was such a chaotic ending to the game, but...
It was. They took the exchange. There was honestly no reason to go for that exchange on second. It was a bad exchange. I believe they could have won because Phone was literally spawn camping people on rollout while the exchange was happening, but no, they were losing their own players, and that was it. What a game. What a game. 5-4 for the Yetis. Yeah. Some thoughts? What are you thinking of? We didn't give predictions going into this, but what are our thoughts? I didn't think it would be a 5-4 either way. I
thought it was a 5-4, honestly. It was close. Both teams are like considered like the best teams in the division because, you know, they're not class restricted as hard, and they're trying as well. They're screaming, you know, they're, you know, trying to win the division.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the logs for the second half. It's like the story of that match for me was that, like, in the first half, the Phone team was being really aggressive, and it was often working for them. But in the second half, both teams were being so aggressive, and it seems like 9 times out of 10, if you were getting too aggressive, you would mess up real bad. You would blunder, and you would be going last to last or something.
I mean, you can see in the logs. You can see in the logs how just Phone is just absolutely just out teaming everyone. It's just. Phone doesn't care about anything or anyone, doesn't care about anyone's feelings. He just 2-shot Shining Star, 2-shot Strider, 2-shot Jets. But yeah, fortunately, it was too chaotic for me to follow. It's just too chaotic.
And so I think, you know, Phone came out and predictably put on a show for his team. Shoutouts to Shining Star. Honestly, like a sleeper carry this match. I can think of 2 times this match that Shining Star really just like saved her team like 2 complete rounds. And when you win 5-4, saving 2 rounds ends up being a pretty big deal. So yeah, big shoutouts to Shining Star there. You know, if you want to view it that way, you could say that she won her team to match, but you know, we won't go too crazy there. I will give her the MVP though. There's no award that comes with it, but it is what it is.
I think if I had to choose, I'll give the MVP for blue teams to Phone and Stock, red team Shining Star and Gungan, because Gungan, his stats don't like say anything, you know, worthwhile. But I saw his bombs. His bombs were just nuclear. You know what I'm saying? He
nuclear bombs.
He drew eyes when he had to, and he got the med when he had to as well. It was just, you know, it was just the perfect roamer. He did everything. He did everything perfect on that map.
It was. I mean, the flank bled a few times, but the flank bled a few times on both teams. That's what made it so chaotic. Is that, you know, usually when you go down one player, you're like, all right, maybe we'll like call off the play. But both teams were like, all right, what if we committed 2 more players?
Yeah, it was the battle of the feeds. Who can feed harder, red team or blue team? But nevertheless, a close match.
Yeah, it's super close. Honestly, yeah, you know, people were pretty evenly matched, you know? And, like, yeah, we had, you know, the Scars to the Phone. I thought Stock would really be here maybe outclassing Shining Star, but I was proven wrong. And honestly, like, you know, look at the stats or don't look at the stats, or look at the score or don't look at the score. All 4 soldiers, both soldiers on both teams, playing pretty damn near identical in my eyes. They are really like focused on making space. and just coordinated high bombs doing damage.
It could also be the map, maybe that's why they're like too aggressive because what's the better strat to do when you're playing an unknown map? It's just to be aggressive. It's just to, if you go all in, you might get something, and that's probably better than doing nothing at all.
Yeah, it was hard to follow, but that's basically where I was. You don't think about it too much, right? But you're playing a map defensively. It kind of implies that you know how to move around on the map, like while walking backwards. And I feel like you can't really understate that. You're standing on mid, and somebody bombs you, and you have to walk backwards. Are you just gonna like miss the door to toxic? Are you not gonna know where cargo is? I don't know. I don't know how rusty these players are on the map, but it's some food for thought.
Yeah. But a great match anyway. My favorite parts were when Jets went sniper or spy. That was that was a bit unfortunate, but he got stuck that one time, which was
Oh yeah,
the right thing to do.
We consider the Jet spy. I mean, he went spy a lot, but I consider it a general like net positive. We like the spy. My super. I still those two shining star moments on last. Those are big individual plays. And they saved the round. The only things I saw from that on the blue team was basically every time Phone just went bonkers and decided to kill the team by himself. But that's it doesn't hit the same because that's more Phone just saying like FYI I can just be better than all of you, but it was unnecessary. It's different when your game saving play was completely necessary. So yeah, those are my plays of the game. Run it in the Overwatch clips.
Of course. Well, any closing thoughts?
All right. What are your closing thoughts
on? Could I be a king in advance?
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna give a shout out. I think I already gave enough thoughts, so I'm just gonna give a shout out to both teams. A shout out to to Themicrocheeze as well. Pure production, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
A shout out to myself because I casted. I say a lot of things, obviously. That's about it. You have any shout outs, Walrex?
The standard shout out to the Cronge Realm, shout out to like every iteration of every team I tried out for this season that I'm killed.
Okay.
Shout out to the teams that play for putting up a match that had, frankly, it was better than like any match on Reckner this season has any right to be when people are just scrambling around. And shout out Tom.
Oh, thank you. That's gonna be it. Don't forget to follow, subscribe. Of course. The TFTV channel, the TFTV, what's it called? The TFTV Twitch channel, that's what it's called. I was having a bit of a brain fart, but it's whatever. It's kind of late to me, and I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. every day, so.
Yeah, no problem. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that smash button, etc. Yeah, thank you all for coming out, and TFTV signing off.